Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
Number 29, People versus Brandon Madison, 23338 FH.
Lee Danner for the people.
Dr. Ward on behalf of Mr. Madison, who's present. Mr. Madison, please state your name.
Vernon Lorenzo Madison. Hello.
Your Honor, we likewise have reached a resolution in this case. The defense's understanding is that Mr. Madison will be pleading no contest to count 2, as well as added count 3, use of a controlled substance, with the understanding that count 1 would be dismissed.
That is a correct statement, Your Honor. And the PAC code for the added count 3 of controlled substance use is 333.74042A. It is a 1-year misdemeanor with a maximum fine of $2,000 plus court costs and does carry certain licensing.
Mr. Madison, have you had enough time to speak to Mr. Ward about the consequences of entering a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a sentence agreement at all?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
No, Your
All right. If you've had enough time to talk to him, or you want to go forward today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's get you sworn.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Other than what's been stated here on the record, has anyone promised you anything to get you to take this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone threatened you to get you to plead no contest?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading no contest for the purpose of?
Civil liability, Your Honor. We did discuss this in the Cobb's conference, and I think the court indicated, given his probation and Howard County, the court, if he stays compliant with likewise sentence him to probation.
Yes, I did. What's his testing plan right now, Mr. Ward?
Your Honor, I was able to confirm it's not drug court in that county, but he is.
So I just got 3 years regular probation. Like I just got out of rehab.
That's all.
I go to IOP. They do it like it could be every week, every 2 weeks, but it's every 2 weeks for sure. Like I just got out, so I haven't been out that long. You know what I mean?
Is this a potential violation of that case?
No.
No way.
Mm-mm.
No,
Okay.
this case I believe predates that one.
All right, are you on any other probation?
No.
Or parole? No. Okay, counselor, confirm no other threats or promises.
Affirm, Your Honor.
From Your Honor.
Okay. The offenses for which you'd be pleading for count 2, which is a 90-day misdemeanor and or $500, and then added count 3 is a 1-year offense that also has a potential penalty of $2,000 in license sanctions from the Secretary of State. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I'm not sure if I asked you. I'm sorry. I'm getting. Let's take a break. Has anyone threatened you to take a plea of no contest? Has anyone promised you anything?
No.
Okay. If your plea is accepted today, you won't have a trial of any kind.
Mhm.
That means you will be giving up the right to be tried by a jury, to be presumed innocent, to have the prosecutor prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty. You'd also be giving up the right to have witnesses appear against you at trial, to have Mr. Ward examine and cross-examine those witnesses, or bring any witnesses for your defense by order of the court in a subpoena. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
You'd also be giving up the right to remain silent because you don't have to testify, because your silence would not be used against you, or to testify in your own defense if you wanted to. Do you understand you're giving that up?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you understand you'd also be giving up the rights that naturally would have come from having a trial at the end of?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that you'd also be giving up the right to have your plea withdrawn at your request? It's not an automatic thing. That means you'd have to ask the Court of Appeals. They may or may not say yes. And then if you wanted to withdraw your plea, you might not be able to do it because it's not an automatic process. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that the plea today, if accepted, you can't come back later and tell me your plea was a result of some other reason you're not telling me about right
Yes,
now?
ma'am.
Okay. Do you understand that if you're not a citizen of the United States, the federal government can take action against you, including deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, in file 23338 FH as to count 2, disturbing the peace, and added count 3 of use of a controlled substance, which is a 1-year offense. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Or
No contest.
are you pleading no contest as a result of to avoid civil liability.
Yes, ma'am.
I have Pittsfield Township Police Report 226053. Counselors believe that the information I need
Yes, Your Honor.
as to count the added count 3, is there a lab report or true narc or something
No, Your Honor.
to supplement? Or are we using I can take the factual basis to count 1?
You can plead guilty to.
Your Honor, I was gonna ask the court to take the everything that's in the report in regards to the belief of the witness as to I believe on page 3. It's
It
the
says
heroin.
the influence of heroin.
Yes.
Sergeant Ruppert, is he a DRE or A-RIDE certified or something that I can use that? Like,
No, Your Honor, it's based on his observations and based on the statement of the witness who was with him.
okay,
And then the fact that he had to be transported to Michigan Medicine due to intoxication level, and it wasn't alcohol. And then HVA also checked him out as well. And then he was transferred to the hospital due to his level of intoxication on drugs, not alcohol.
Mr. Ward, is that acceptable for you for this? I don't. There's the legal fiction of taking it to the higher and pleading to this, or he can plead a split thing and he pleads.
Guilty or.
I just want to get this over for sure. I don't
For
care.
purposes of the plea and discussing with Mr. Madison that this is the added charge in order to get the plea agreement from the prosecutor of a dismissal of count 1, we would stipulate that there is a factual basis, at least for the charged offense, which I think the court could use.
I don't know if we could use because it's not even it's a completely different related offense.
Well-
If the court would like a guilty plea for that, and then just admit that he used heroin that day, then we can just go with the guilty plea that he used heroin that day.
We can split the solo to one, guilty to the other.
That's fine with me, Your Honor. I did just research
Okay.
this on the Reeves case, and there just has to be a factual basis either for the sentence offense or the charged offense. But guilty plea is fine.
Okay, on 5/18 of 2022 in the area of 7,000 East Michigan Ave in the township of Pittsfield and County of Washington State in the Michigan, did you possess heroin or what did you use heroin?
Yes, ma'am.
But that combined plea of no contest and guilty, do counselors believe that I've complied with the court rule under 602?
Yes, Your Honor.
I find the defendant's hybrid plea of half guilty, half no contest to be knowingly, understandingly, voluntarily, and accurately made. And we will set this matter for sentencing on November 16th. Mr. Ward, do you want to be present for the pre?
That's not necessary. I've discussed it with Mr. Madison.
Mr. Madison, as a condition of your bond, you must contact the probation department to get a PSI started. You must make and keep that appointment. I will take that into consideration at the time of your sentencing. I made an agreement to keep you on probation if you don't show up for things. If you're testing positive, I take that into consideration as well.
Okay.
We will not have a cops with me. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll see you then.